Whether you're thinking about buying a home or selling a home,
Trish Sales ATL can help.
with the current Atlanta real estate market, buyer and seller opportunities are better than ever.
Thank y'all so much, but I'll take it from here. Sellers, this is your market. It's time for you to get off of that fence and put your home on the market and get it sold to my buyers who are waiting for you to list your home. I'd love to earn your business, so please give Trish a call at Keller Williams Realty Buckhead 404-604-3800 or text or call 404-819-4495. Please also visit my website at TrishSalesATL.com. Let's talk about how I can assist you with achieving your real estate goals and making your dreams a reality.
List your house with our mommy at TrishSalesATL.com.
No. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mm-mm. I just text you.
So for input, internal mic.
I can hear you now.
You can't hear me now.
Yeah. There we go.
Let me turn up the volume a little bit. You know, sometimes I speak a little low, but I'm glad that you can hear me now. And let's fix this window so that, that's a little bit better. Yay. So welcome everybody. We have a few people that are on who are watching us. We are live on Instagram as well. Nigel, I'm going to try to invite you. Do you have another device? Let me ask that first.
Just we talking about like social media platforms?
Another device for Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I just sent you a request on Instagram so that you can join live there. But welcome everybody to the Spilling the Real Estate Tea with Trish Sales ATL. It has been quite some time since we have been live, y'all. So welcome. I need you guys to tag, like, and share. I heard the feedback on Instagram.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out if I could join it from here.
That's okay. We'll get you on
Okay.
where there's no feedback. And I don't want to mute myself because the people won't be able to hear. But welcome Instagram followers. Tag, like, and share. I need you to go tell somebody that we are on live so that we can bring you guys the real estate tea. And that's just, urban phrase for saying bringing you the real estate news. And we are going to try to do this weekly. I know it's a lot of things that happening in the real estate market. It's a lot of things that we're seeing in the real estate market. It's a lot of things that you're hearing about the real estate market. So one of our jobs is to put the correct information out. And since we are the ones that are working real estate every day, you guys, we are the ones that are working every day. We have a bird's eye view of what is going on with the market. So, give me 1 second, Instagram. I want to move you guys over. unplug your phone, Trish. But since we have the bird's eye view, we want to speak to you guys about what has been going on with the market. And so allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Trish. I know it's been quite some time since I've been on here. So for those of you who are new, you are new followers, you're just kind of really like you get my updates. I know she does real estate, I'll give a blurb about me. I'll make it no longer than 2 minutes as they do when you're giving the remarks at the church. And then I'll allow Nigel to introduce himself because he's become such a great asset to the Trish Sales Atlanta business. My name is Trish. My last name is Myrick. I have been in the real estate business. July will make my 13th year, y'all. It's the longest thing I've ever done besides be a mom. And I've been a mom for 18 years. In the real estate business for 13 years. I only went back to corporate America one time since I have been in this business, and I truly enjoy what I do. I truly love what I do. I am grateful to be in this business. When I got in the business, the market collapsed. It was back in 2008. And so I got into the business on ground zero, and I am grateful to be able to serve my clients. So this is not, a run of the mill. You see us and then you close and you never hear from us again. That's not what we desire. We desire to be your realtors, your real estate professionals for life. And so that is the goal of this business, to make sure that, we are serving our clients in the best way possible. That does not break the real estate law. Don't come on our job asking us to break the law. We won't come on your job and asking you to break it. Pretty much that simple. So I'm a mom, I'm a daughter, I'm a cousin, I'm a sister, all of that good stuff. So pretty much down to earth. I am from Atlanta. I graduated from Benjamin Elijah Mays High School, 3450 Benjamin E. Mays Drive. And so it is also my responsibility to, give back and provide a great image in my community, the community that raised me. The community that has been a great part of my success. So I just wanted to throw those things out there. I matriculated to the University of Georgia. Had a son, came home, my son who is graduating this weekend. Thank you, Jesus. But he is graduating this weekend, and I just believe I'm a woman of faith. So, I'm a believer, and I believe that all things work together for the good of those who love God and who is called according to his purpose. And I'm thankful that he has allowed me to walk in my purpose to serve others, because that is what it is all about. That is what this life is all about, serving others. So, Nigel, I'll let you take it from here.
Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Nigel Burton. I actually been practicing real estate now for just a few months. It hasn't been too long. I got my license back in September. However, I'm extremely passionate about real estate. I spent the last 9 years prior to getting my license in the military. I actually spent my last 2 years in the military in Germany. So me coming to Atlanta is definitely a different experience for me. So one of the things that I feel wholeheartedly is that everybody deserves the opportunity to be a homeowner. Everybody deserves a home. And that's the main reason I got into real estate. And that's the reason why I'm so excited to be Trish's buyer specialist, because that gives me the opportunity to work with people who are in that process of buying their home, and it's a big deal for me. I'm extremely excited about, learning more about the market and just, getting down and dirty with more buyers to actually, help them achieve their goal of, buying a house.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nigel. I really appreciate Nigel just coming in and jumping in, because y'all been hearing about this market. Y'all have been hearing about how crazy this market
Absolutely.
is. So I am for certain. Okay, IG, I got you going where you can at least see and hear Nigel. I had to kind of recalibrate my desk and move my keyboard so that they could see us. But this market has been crazy. I know y'all been hearing about it on the news and all that good stuff. And so That is why we are here. We are here to dispel some myths, because I know y'all been hearing stuff, but we getting ready to give y'all the tea on what's real and what's a mystery. Let me say that. Nigel has been such an asset to this team. There are so many people who have the desire to own a home. And let me tell you, that is one of my goals for you, is to assist you, hold your hand, as you walk through that process. Everybody has a different level of what they need, right? And so some people don't need hand holding, and then I have some people who do. And so we work with clients from all walks of life. You don't have to be a celebrity. You can be what we call here in Atlanta a local joker. You can, go to work every day, just try to earn a good living for your family. We work with everyone. So do not let that deter you. Of course, you have to have marketing and advertising and all that good stuff to kind of draw you guys in. But we work with everyone. In addition to me providing residential services, I do also provide commercial real estate services. And so that is something that over the years that I've been crafting, and it has been a great experience. So if you know anybody who needs commercial real estate, and that is leasing and purchasing and selling as well, just give me a call. I have up on the screen, follow us on Instagram. So if you are not following us on Instagram, follow us right now. Go to your IG. Oh, it's going to cut off. Never mind. We'll put it at the end too, because if you go out of the Facebook, if you go out of Facebook and then try to go over to Instagram, it's going to take you out of the video. But follow us on Instagram. The handles for all Trish Sales Atlanta is TrishSalesATL.com. For the website, it's Trish Sales ATL. Even on YouTube. So this video is also being streamed to our YouTube channel. Yes, we have a YouTube channel. Go to Trish Sales ATL on YouTube. We are on all social media platforms, LinkedIn, all of it. It is Trish Sales ATL. So we are grateful to be here, and we will go ahead and get started with the real estate news. So one of the things that I post every week, and if you would like to, if you have questions, concerns, drop them in the chat. We'll be able to see the chat. We'll be able to see your questions. Let me turn it on. We'll be able to see the chat. We'll be able to see your questions. So just drop your comments in the chat. And I'm typing drop your comments here. If you have questions, you have real estate questions, concerns, tag, like, and share. Share this with somebody who you know could possibly be in the market. They're looking to maybe purchase a home. They're thinking about it. We even have a lease purchase program, y'all. Yep, lease purchase. And we have seen those in this market go up against, multiple offers and come out where we had the winning offer. So if you have any questions, drop those in the comments, please. And thank you. I need you to tag. I need you to like. I need you to share this post so there's someone who knows somebody that knows somebody will get an opportunity to see this. In addition to representing buyers, we also represent sellers. I will pretty much touch on sellers. Nigel will touch on buyers. I'll chime in because I still too work with my buyers. I love y'all dearly. So we will kind of take on those roles. First, let's talk about the numbers. Let me pull them up. I'll get them on the screen. I send these numbers out on every Monday, and here's why. I send these numbers out because, y'all, this is telling us weekly what is going on in the real estate market. Oh, IG, you seeing everything. You seeing how the magic happens. Oh, so it won't do that. I may have to share my screen. Anywho, if you have not seen, I know how to do this. More than one way to skin the cat. So if you haven't seen the updated numbers, this is what they look like. And I'm going to put it in the background. Let's move me and Nigel over so that you can see it, hopefully. Anywho, you can't see it, but for this week, the numbers look like this. And Nigel, let me put you back where we were. The numbers looked a little something like this. I do the new. I also do the Nigel. Are you still able to see me?
Yes.
Okay. So I push out these numbers every week, and it's really to you all's benefit. I actually have a folder for them, which IG is seeing right now. Because I do this every week. Every week I have a newsletter. So if you are not subscribed to the newsletter, let me tell you how to do it. You can email us at info@TrishSellsATL, and that's how you can become a part of our newsletter club. And you will get these updates every Monday. So for this week, I'm sorry, my screen keeps switching. I'm using 3 monitors. For this week, we had 179 new listings to hit the market. So I'm giving you the data. We had 179 new listings to hit the market. Last week, let's pull that up so we can compare numbers, y'all. So last week was the 10th, and I just want to kind of compare, and I'll share my screen too so that you all can see it. Whoops. I want to share screen. I can't remember which screen this is. Y'all forgive me. Okay, this is the screen. So I will share my screen so that you guys can see. Oh, it says I have to update my system permissions. Anywho, we'll move past it. But the week, not this past week, we only had 115 listings. And we're going to do a little short math here, right? Okay, so the week of the 11th, we had 115 listings. This week, we had 179 listings, new listings. So 179 minus 115 means we got about 64 new listings. And we're having this conversation so that you guys can get like an accurate analysis of what's going on. So that means we basically from week to week, we got 64 new listings. Nigel, we have quite a few buyers, just with those 64. So new contracts from 270, we had 270 new contracts this week, 202 last week. So that's about 68 new contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so then we had 177. This is Georgia, just across Georgia. I go to Georgia unless I use their data. Mm-hmm. We had 177 closings last week and 134 closings this week. So that's like a 43 closing difference. Mm-hmm. So when you're looking at the data and you're looking at the numbers, basically the same amount of homes that are coming on the market from week to week, they're going under contract. And then the ones that were already in process, they're closing. So when I tell you that it is a seller's market out here, it is. Financing has not been one of our huge things, and one day we will have one of our lenders to come on. We'll invite them so that they can kind of come on and speak with you guys about the lending things that are going on. But our lenders have been airtight here lately. So I don't want the buyers to get discouraged, but of course I'm appealing to the sellers. With this data, it's showing you that just as soon as you put your home on the market, you can go under contract. So when I have sellers who are selling their homes, and let's say they're trying to find another home, then we literally have to find their next home before they put it on the market so that they will have somewhere to go, because your house is going to sell very quickly and it's going to sell for top dollar. The appraisals are coming back in, and I only had one that was slightly off, and it was only off by $5,000. So with that being said, that wasn't much, But we were in a multiple offer, highest and best situation, so we gave it our best shot. So the appraisal value is what it is. However, this market data, and this is just the past 2 weeks, y'all. So I haven't even done the analysis, let's say, for the entire month. But what this says to me, that just as quickly as these new listings are popping on, they are going under contract. So if you have been on the fence about, putting your home on the market, you kind of need a strategy. You're just like, well, Trish, how do we execute this? School is about to let out. That is the time where a lot of people, they're like, okay, we want to be in another school district. We want to downsize. We need to upsize. But, with the virtual school going on, it is kind of made it difficult. I'm a virtual school mom, and listen, I cannot wait until the school year ends. I cannot wait. It is very difficult trying to juggle, virtual school, the nuances of it, and run a business. So I get it. I understand. So when you have children, people desire, I want to be in this school district, or I want a bigger house, or I want to go to this area of town. So now is the time for you to go ahead and put your home on the market and capitalize on the equity that you may have in it, or, the extra that you're going to get because of the type of market that we're in. Then you can take those funds and you can apply it towards your new home. Because one thing that we do know is that it is going to sell. So even if you have extenuating circumstances, I work with people who, do estate. They have to do an estate sale. I walk through the family with that. There's a very delicate situation when you've lost your loved one. So we definitely walk through that with you guys. Some parties may be going through a divorce. When I work with divorce clients, I represent both of you all. I'm not on anybody's side. My goal is to help you achieve your goal, which is to get this home sold, split the proceeds, and go your separate ways. I get it. I understand. Got the t-shirt for it. So, hey, I'm not one of those people. I'm not judging you. I'm there to help you to be your biggest asset in getting your goal achieved. Then you have people who they may be behind on, their payments, and they need to sell quickly. I definitely can help you and assist you with that. And so that is my plea to sellers, that if you're on the fence, you need additional information, you want to think through some things, give me a call. You can call or text me 404-819-4495, 404-819-4495. You can also, if you follow us on Facebook, you can send us a message as well. Or if you just prefer to email us, you can also email. The email is on the screen, info@trishsellsatl.com, where we get those messages and we respond pretty quickly. So I'll let Nigel talk a little bit about buyers, since he is my buyer's agent, and so he is manning the buyers, making sure that they are seeing the properties that they want to see, doing virtual and in person. We do virtual and in person. So, Nigel, you can take it from here.
Hey, so just really quick with buyers, one of the most important things that I need to stress to buyers or potential buyers is the market that we're in right now requires a lot of patience, right? It's going to require a lot of patience on both my part and your part, because there are so many people, so many people right now that's trying to buy. So there are overwhelming amount of bids that are going into each home. So a lot of people, they get a little frustrated because they put in bids, multiple bids for homes, and they don't get, selected. But, being patient is the best thing. And just to try to understand the process itself. Now, just really quickly, I just go over the whole buying process and just briefly explain what each part is. So in the beginning, you have the buyer's consultation. It's pretty much where you sit with myself and Trish, and we pretty much discuss what our expectations are of you and what your expectations should be of us. Pretty much explaining how the process is going to be, making sure that we have all the paperwork necessary in order to make the process as smooth as possible. Right there, we make sure that you have your pre-approval letter, which is something that is extremely important prior to even starting the home search. Once we get the buyer's brokerage agreement signed, that's when, we'll start looking at homes. We'll start looking at the homes that you would like. Myself and Trish to start sending you, possible homes based off of your criteria. And then you'll decide the homes that you actually want to see. We'll go and view these homes after we, get your offering on the home that you actually want. When your offer gets accepted, then we'll get you through the inspection period, where you have the opportunity to see where the house actually appraises at, to see if if you actually want to go through with the sale. After that, it's just waiting for the closing, and then you get your keys. It's hard to see the last part, the get your key part, the closing part, when you're going through the searching part. So, as I said before, having patience and having trust in your realtor, home buying search. And I want to stress a lot of people. A lot of people have family members and friends and things like that they get, really good advice from. But it's important for you to have the trust in your realtor, because, we do have the expertise necessary to, assist you through this transaction. So it's important for you to, have your trust in us, have patience, and just enjoy the process. That's the best way I can put it. Just enjoy the process. Yes, it can get stressful, but I enjoy looking at homes all day. I can do it all day, so I just enjoy, looking at these beautiful homes that we're looking at, and just like I said, be patient, have faith in us, and, just like enjoy the process. Hey, Trish, I can't hear you. Still.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Not sure where it's going. I was playing with the sound, so just kind of trying to test it. So I'll have to do a retest once we get offline. But thank you so much for just touching on being patient, guys. So I primarily write your offers, and I know 1 week I had to write like 10 offers, and only maybe one of them got accepted. And so frustration. I don't typically get frustrated because we're very honest and upfront with you guys about, your offer. So if the seller is saying, and this, I'm giving you all like the inside scoop because I work with sellers, right? So if they're saying that, highest and best, and typically when I have a conversation with an agent and when we're talking with Nigel, and we're just kind of conversing on okay, how do we kind of handle buyers and managing their expectations, right? So one of the things that we do, we contact the listing agent. We say, hey, what is the seller looking for? What is it that he wants? And so they will tell you down to when they would like to close. Some of them want a quick close. They want to close in 14 days. That's normally a cash offer. They do 30 days, a 30-day close, but what is more attractive to sellers are the conventional loans. They're more attractive to sellers because a lot of them, they're selling the homes as is. They're not doing a lot of repairs. Some of them, they may, but it's at their discretion on whether or not they will do these repairs. So understand that you're not entitled to them, because if the home is listed as is, and generally in the listing announcement on the MLS, or you may see something on Zillow. Well, I don't know if Zillow pulls that information over. So hint, Zillow, Realtor.com, and all of that, they're just cloning our information that we send you anyway. But so if you're giving us the quantifiers of what you're looking for, you should see the same houses on Realtor and Zillow that you send us. So that's one, buyers. Two, we contact these agents and we're saying, hey, what is that the seller's looking for? So if they're telling you they need to close in 30 days, my dear sellers, if you need down payment assistance, those have a 45 to 60 day close. So when you're making an offer and that's something that you have or you desire, that already puts you at a disadvantage to a seller who wants to close in 30 days. They like conventional loans because they don't necessarily have to do repairs. It's some things that when you walk into a house you can live with. Oh, they got wallpaper, on the walls, and that's cosmetic. So when we do an inspection and we're looking at what comes back, we are looking at the mechanical components of the house, the things that will stop the house from working, HVAC. We're looking at plumbing. We're looking at the roof. We're looking at those things.
No.
So once you have your inspection, and please understand that Georgia is a buyer beware state. You cannot, the sellers do a seller's property disclosure statement. You will have to prove that the seller knew that this issue existed and did not do anything, and you have to sue them basically. But the responsibility falls on the buyer to vet that information through an inspector. I have a couple of inspectors that I can recommend you, which I do once you get under contract. So that is what's attractive to a seller. FHA and VA are kind of synonymous with their guidelines. And so it's certain things that are going to require repair. And so some sellers, if they're not interested in doing repairs, they're not interested in your FHA or VA offer. And I'm just being very honest and transparent with you guys because I work with sellers too. I want to see you win. I want to see you succeed. So if they do not desire to do a repair, they're going to look over your FHA or VA loan. If they're okay with it, if they're just like, hey, we're just going to vet and look at all of them, then guess what? They will consider your offer. So when we send it over, the listing agent's responsibility is to, show it to them and to make sure that they present the offer to the seller, but they in no way do not have to accept the offer. And so USDA is a different type of loan, and it requires you to be in a certain area, and those areas are normally rural. So those are just kind of like the breakdown. Then the cash offer is normally used by, investors, and they have like hard money loans and stuff like that. Cash is king with sellers. If they get a cash offer for a house, they don't have to pay any closing costs. Y'all, sellers are not, repeat after me. They are not paying closing costs. If you do receive closing costs, you are blessed. You are blessed. A lot of times they will not give the closing costs, or if there's like a major repair done, they may give you closing costs in lieu of the repair. But a lot of sellers don't want the responsibility of hiring different contractors and all of that. So some of them may put the money in your hands so that you can hire the person that you trust to complete the repair. But once we have acknowledged, those things that have come back on the inspection report, then, and they agree to doing what, if it's agreeing to the money or it's agreeing to the repair of the issue, after that is null and void. So what I have been seeing, in this market, I just have to convey to you so that you're prepared, especially if you desire to purchase a home. And I'm just giving it to you from the seller perspective, because like I said, I represent them too. So when I'm representing the seller, I represent their best interest. Now, some things that I have been seeing is like no due diligence period. I've been seeing no appraisal contingency period. So being in this business for 13 years, I don't agree with that. One, because as an agent that represents a seller, I don't want to see you in litigation. And quite frankly, I don't look well in black and white or orange, and I'm not going to jail for anybody. So listen, I need y'all to understand that I believe in giving buyers their due diligence, so that way they did their inspection, they know what's going on. I'm not doing no repairs, and this is from the seller side. Okay, so I gotta play seller's agent right now. So as a seller's agent, nope, let them go ahead and do the inspection. We're still standing as is. If the hot water is broke, $400 at Home Depot. We're still not doing it, because some sellers, quite frankly, they may not have the money to give you to do the repairs. Some of them, if they, with COVID happening, y'all, some of them had been laid off, they had been furloughed, they're getting back to work, the mortgage is behind, it's time to pay up. You see, they're lifting the, what is it, Nigel? I've forgotten. The moratorium? Yes, the rental moratorium. So some people, and if it was like an investment property and they have had tenants living in their property rent free for a year, they don't have the money to give to you. They just don't have it. I'm sorry. So with that being said, what you want, they may not have it to give. They may be just breaking even or able to pay that house off and get that burden or stress off their back. So come prepared. Like it's a better, it's advantageous to you that if you can pull money, if you were fortunate enough to go through COVID, you worked your job, you still built your 401k, you have the cash, it's advantageous for you to take that money out of your 401k and just have it deducted out of your paycheck, the coming paychecks. And that's one of the ways that I advise the buyers when I put you up on game, just like the sellers, I do it for my buyers too. That's one of the cheapest, quickest, easiest ways that you can get money that won't count against you in the lending process. The other way is you can get gifts. So when you're getting gift letters and let's say your parents say, I'm gonna give you 20% down towards, your house. I'm gonna give you this money or whatever the limit is that they can give you. Then the lender, you will have to do a gift letter basically from the person that gives you that gift. It doesn't necessarily have to be your parents, but I think it does have to be like family or something like that. They will have to provide their bank statement showing the money was in there and it being transferred to you or taken out of the account or whatever. So those are the two ways that I advise people before you try to do down payment assistance, because that's going to be a waiting game. Down payment assistance works in a buyer's market, but we are in a seller's market, so it doesn't work. I mean, I just can't explain it to you any other way. So save up the funds. How much money do we need? Okay, so when you are doing a FHA loan, 3.5% is your down payment. You need that. Your appraisal is going to be between $500 and $600. You're going to need that. Your inspection is going to be between $350 and $400 plus, depending on the square footage of the house. You're going to need that. And then you're going to need money for closing costs. Closing costs are normally 3 to 4% of the purchase price. You're going to need that. In the event that the lenders cannot give you a credit, in the event that the sellers are saying, no way, Jose, are we doing closing costs? We don't have the money to do it, or simply we don't want to do it. They have that right? So with that being said, have your funds available. And you can do a quick calculation. Now, they do have other loan products where they have a 100% conventional loan. One of my lenders does a 100% conventional. I have one lender that does conventional loans are normally 5% down. So they're a little more. That's why the risk on the repairs is not there, because you're putting more money down, right? Mm-hmm. So they have a 100% conventional loan. They have 3% conventional loans now, which is cheaper than the 3.5% FHA, which puts you in a better negotiation situation. So with that being said, we have lenders that have options for you. So all you have to do is say, hey, Trish, I'm ready to buy a house. Can you help us? And we will be more than happy to assist you with the lending options that we have. Let me say that. I work with the mortgage broker. I work with regular banks. So once you do your buyer consultation, I figure out who would be a good fit, who would kind of work for you. And so I recommend them. I have about 5 lenders on my team that we work with very closely. And so some of them are experts with the guidelines. So if you have some extenuating circumstances or situations, then they know how to get through them. I have one lender that is extremely proficient at USDA loans. So if you want to, live in like a rural area, then, go ahead and drop us a line, email us. You can message us here on Facebook. You can send us a message actually on YouTube as well. Even on Instagram, just hit our inbox so that we know how to assist you. And so the last thing that I want to touch on for buyers is our lease purchase program. So I did a little experiment, y'all, with this market, because, I like to stay updated on strategies to help you guys. When I started seeing a lot of people, like, listings were having 65 offers, 90 offers, 100 offers. And I was just like, this is something I have never seen in my 13 years, y'all. But I have not seen this type of stuff happen in this market. So with that being said, I have about 3 lease purchase programs that I work with. I market the Divvy program because they give a portion of your funds back from your rental, from renting it. They give a portion of that back to go towards your closing costs. I think that is awesome, right? So, because everybody wants some money to go towards their closing costs. Okay, so what I did was I had a client. She was already pre-approved for a mortgage. She got pre-approved for Divvy. I sent in 2 offers, one from her lender and one from Divvy. And guess which one the seller chose? The cash offer from Divvy. So she worked it out where she's an already approved buyer for a mortgage loan. And I want you guys to hear me very clearly. She's already an approved buyer with a mortgage loan. I submitted an offer from her lender. I submitted an offer from Divvy, who she was also pre-approved with, which is the lease purchase program. The lease purchase program offer was accepted and has closed since now. So what she worked out with Divvy is she's only renting out, because she's a pre-approved buyer, she's only renting out her home from Divvy for 2 months, 60 days. And in 60 days, the very same house that she wanted and got past multiple offers, she will be able to buy directly from Divvy, the investor who put the cash down for her house, in 60 days, because they will allow you to buy back within 60 days up to 5 years. She chose 60 days, and she'll be able to be the homeowner with her mortgage pre-approval. She'll be able to go and purchase that home. So when I tell you, we sit down and we strategize and we try to figure out what can we do to help you guys in such a wild market. So that is one of the ways, buyers, that we are trying to help you. No, you don't want to go from rent to rent, but you got to think about the end goal in mind. Mm-hmm. This is just the strategy to get you to your goal. Because if you can wait 60 days, you don't have to go under multiple offers, right? You don't have to do multiple offers for anything. Then you are able to purchase your home, the one that you wanted anyway, without all the hullabaloo of, this crazy market. And so that's one of the things that we do have for buyers. I do have a second program. It's called Home Partners of America. I do have a third one as well. But those first 2 is something that is an asset to my buyers. So understand that I'm not going to advise or recommend anything that's not going to be an asset to you. My second program, I've used that too. My buyers who have been pre-approved, they're in their home now. So all they have to do is say, hey, Mr. Investor, I would like to purchase my home now. And then they start the paperwork with them purchasing their home. So I just wanted to put that out there. A lot of people ask about lease purchase. Divvy will, one of the qualifications is 550 credit score. They understand that some people are not ready, but they need a home. Everybody needs housing. That's why even the rent is going up. Have y'all seen these rent prices lately?
Yeah.
They're astronomical. Nigel, astronomical. Mm-hmm. So they believe in home ownership, and you are going to pay a little bit more renting it out from Divvy. But remember, I said some of that money you will see back in your closing costs. So sometimes you just have to kind of count the cost, the time frame. If you need to move, if you're in a hurry, I would advise you to get pre-approved for these programs. The minimum credit score for Divvy is 550. For Home Partners of America is 580. Of course, they're going to want your last year's tax return. They're going to want your W-2. They're going to want your last 2 paycheck stubs, depending on how often you get paid. And they're going to want to see bank statements. They are underwriting your file. they're doing the exact same thing as a mortgage professional would do. So if you've already been pre-approved for a loan, then you give them the same documentation, you upload it in their system. And a lot of times, from the time you start your application, complete, upload all your documents, you'll be approved within 24 hours. You know, so just keep that in mind, buyers, as just kind of like a, you know, like like a secret. What you call it, Nigel? My brain be forgetting stuff, y'all, because I'm always thinking about something, you know, to help you guys. But just like your ace in the hole, that's what I was trying to say. So think about Divvy or Home Partners of America like your ace in the hole. Hey, this is something that I can do temporarily to get me to my goal. Sometimes it's like a bridge, literally. It's a bridge to your goal. Especially in a market where sellers are getting 65 offers. Let me tell you, cash offers stand out, hands down. When a seller sees a cash offer and they can close in 14 to 21 days, oh, they're ready. And I can tell you that as a person, a realtor, a real estate professional who represents sellers. When they see that quick close and cash money, all we have to worry about is title and making sure that, you know, there's nothing covering the title is clean, there's nothing dirty on it, we don't have liens and all this stuff, they're game for it. So I'm just trying to put you in a position to succeed, you guys. And I know Nigel touched on like the buyer process, and we'll have a day where we'll go in depth into every single little thing that we have to do from start to finish, from, you know, consultation and pretty much how we operate is that once, you know, we have somebody who has interest in purchasing a home, I set up a buyer consultation. I do that by appointment because I want to be able to sit down and hear what it is that you need. What is it that you're looking for? What challenges you think you may be facing? You know, as a consumer who, you know, we work with people from all walks of life. So Nigel, you know, we never know who we may, you know, encounter. And that's residential and commercial. So with that being said, we kind of sit down and we think about your goals. And so as a strategist, one of my goals is to help you reach your goals. So I'm thinking of a plan. How can we achieve this? Then I connect you with our lenders so that you can complete your application and they can look, because look, y'all, I want to purchase a house. I want it to be this price. Can you show me today? No way, Jose. Here's why. First of all, in Georgia, the real estate law is you have to have a signed buyer brokerage agreement. I know some of y'all have people that's going to show y'all a house and they don't have an agreement signed. I've been in this business 13 years, but this is all about CYA. Okay. So if you walk into a house and your representative, because they're not your realtor, right? Let's say you walk into a house and you step on a nail. Who are you going to sue? Because you can't sue Keller Williams because we don't have an agreement, but you could probably try to sue my person. But this is why we have to protect ourselves, because we do have insurance in place for incidental. You know, things happen. You walking on a new construction site, you may trip. It's just different things that happen, but that's why it is important to have a signed buyer brokerage agreement. It gives you your responsibilities to us as consumers. Yes, you have a responsibility to us once you sign that agreement, just like we have a responsibility to you guys once we become your official representative in your real estate transaction. So once you do that, we find your home, we get you under contract. It's 3 moving parts. We got the closing attorney who's doing the title review and the title abstractor who's going to make sure the title is clean. Then we have the lending process, which is the most lengthiest, and you will do a lot of work. The underwriter is going to ask you for the same document 10, 100 million times. Give it to them. Just give it to them. Hey, here it is. Every time, and as time passes, especially with, let's say, our buyer has been approved 30 days ago. The next 30 days, guess what they need? An updated paycheck stub. They need updated bank statement. You see what I'm saying? So you guys have to be prepared for that, and don't think of it as an annoyance, but they have to cover themselves too. The underwriters, their whole job is to make sure that you will not default on this loan. So they have to make sure all of your documents are in place. Okay. So Then we have the inspector, right? Because now you got to get an inspection done. And if the seller is agreeable to doing any work or whatever, right? When they are agreeable to that, we do an amendment to address concerns. And that's when you sign off and the seller signs off. Hey, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And that's why even as a seller's agent, I'm a huge, I want your buyer to get an inspection so that they know if they got to do some work. I want them to know, because I don't want them saying that you didn't tell them or trying to hold you liable for something. And I don't want you, in a legal battle for something that you were really, trying to unload. Okay. So in the appraisal contingency, that's another thing that I have been seeing. And so let me explain what appraisal contingency is. You have a home, and all homes have a value. The Zillow's estimate is not the value, guys. I'm sorry. Y'all think the Zillow's estimate is the gospel, is the law, is the real estate Bible, my friends. It is not. So you have appraisers who complete appraisals that gives us the valuation, and that's what they give the bank to determine, okay, this is how much this home is priced at. We're not talking about the list price. We're not talking about the price that we want to offer. We're talking about the real cold-blooded valuation of this house, okay? And so if it was highest and best offer and you won the winning bid and you offered $200,000 and the valuation comes back for $150,000, when you do not have an appraisal contingency on there, it says, I'm responsible to get into $200,000 because that appraisal came in low. That's something I refuse to put my buyers in position to do. I'm not going to apologize for it either. That is, to me, that's irresponsible. Now, if my buyer says I got $50,000 and I'm willing to pay it, by all means, but that's the conversation that we have up front. That's not a conversation that we have on the back end when the appraisal comes in. When you remove the appraisal contingency, you remove the right to request the seller to lower the price to the appraisal value. And that's something that, my friends, as your realtor and your real estate professional, I'm not going to do. I'm sorry. If I'm going to explain this to you up front, because when I have my buyer onboarding consultation, this is one of the things that we discuss. And I've discussed that with my buyers, and I'm thankful that they're still with me because they know that I'm going to advocate for them as their real estate professional, okay? So what I'm not going to do is put you in a position and you don't know you're lost, you don't know what you're doing. You're like, well, wait a minute. This appraisal came in at $150, I done offered $200,000. I got to get a $50,000? No, ma'am, no, sir. I will not do that. Have not done it in 13 years. Will not start. Sorry. Not going to do it. So with that being said, those are things that we discuss up front. And these are things that I am seeing in this industry that I don't necessarily agree with. But hey, how other agents run their businesses on me. I can only tell you how we run Trish Sales ATL. And we represent you guys to the best ability that we know how. Even if I receive a highest and best offer. That's one of my questions. Are they prepared to pay? Are the buyers prepared? Do they have this extra money? And I'm very transparent with my sellers. Some people in these times, they may not have that extra, but that's why we too try to price it right to start with. So that way we know, I attend the appraisal classes just how to price your home. I want to know what they're thinking. I want to know what area or mileage they're looking at. I want to know what they deem as an upgrade and as a grade A property, grade B, grade C, grade D. So understand that if you come on this Trish Sales Atlanta team, you have a wealth of knowledge. You have people that care about you, not just to get a check, because of course we have to get paid. But I represent your best interest too. It's my fiduciary responsibility, and it's ethical to do so. So understand that's what you're getting with us. And that's one of the reasons why we're having these open conversations about what we're seeing on the market, what we're seeing in the industry. I represent my sellers, and they're going to get top dollar, but it's going to be based on the valuations that I'm seeing. I'm going to research data. So even if we have highest and best offer, and let's say we do have a buyer who really wants the house and they want to go over, I want a bank statement to verify that those funds are in place. And we're going to put a special stipulation in there to make sure that it's no rigmarole when it comes time to pay the pipe. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I absolutely love what I do. As you can probably tell, I'm very passionate about not the gray area, but the right and wrong and black and white, and just making sure that we are operating in the confines of the real estate law. Nigel, do you have anything else that you would like to share with our dear buyers?
No, I think I touched on everything I wanted to harp on, just being patient and trusting the expertise of the realtors, and just enjoy the process.
Yes, and we know y'all family members are giving y'all advice and saying, oh, when I bought my house, this is not the same market that they bought their house in. This market is ferocious. And it would eat you alive if you allow
Exactly.
it. So we love our family members. We appreciate their care and concern. And, they may have had a different experience than you. But please understand that when you sign on with Trish Sales Atlanta, that you guys become like family to us. And so I wouldn't put my family in an adverse situation. Understand that. So I'm not going to put my clients in that situation because I treat them like family, right? So my dear cousin, auntie, we know when y'all bought y'all house, the seller gave you $10,000. Even new construction is seeing something we've never seen before, y'all. They building the houses. First of all, you're not getting the upgrades, like how you can go in and you can say, I want mint green in here. I want lemon yellow in there. No. You're getting that one paint color. You're going to get this granite. And the only thing, like I received a list the other day, the only thing they were upgrading was the stainless steel refrigerator. They may give you a washing machine and dryer. They were putting the blinds in, but all of those, I want this different lighting and all of that. No, ma'am, and no, sir. Some of them are not doing that. Lumber has increased, so that's not a myth. That's a truth. And so when the lumber increased, the price range for new construction started going up. I have heard, I do not know this to be true, that some builders, they canceled their contracts and then tried to make people re-sign another contract with a higher price. Understand that builders are not realtors. So they're not held to the ethical standard that Nigel and I are held to, because we're both members of our local boards. And so we're held to an ethical standard as well as the real estate law. So I'm not going to say builders do what they want to do, but when you walk into a new home community, you don't want to walk in there by yourself. The agents that are in that community, they represent the builder. They have the builder's best interest at hand. So even when you go and you purchase new construction, you need to have a real estate representative that's going to represent you. Yes, you can go in and get information and all of that stuff, but when it comes to writing your contract, you want to be represented by someone who has your best interest at heart. So I just wanted to drop that tidbit to you guys about even the new construction. Yes, the prices, they have gone up, y'all. The prices, they have gone up. I'm so sorry. That's just the market that we're in. But when you walk into those new home communities, you need to have somebody that's going to represent you. Okay? So we forgot about that, Nigel, because we do have clients who they're going straight into new construction. And it looks different, they're not able, and most of them, granite is normal now. It's not like back in the day where linoleum, like hardwoods, are given now. And honestly, the reason why they're charging you the extra price is because they're throwing it in already. So that's why the prices have increased, right? So just make sure that you have a real estate professional, y'all. Even if it's not me, which I want it to be me, I want it to be Nigel. However, you need somebody that's going to be on your team and representing you. So that is all I have for today. We'll kind of do topics from now on. So if you have a question, please send us an email, info@trishsalesatl.com. If you want to subscribe to our weekly newsletter, please also email that email address as well. It is info, it's on the screen, info @trishsalesatl.com. Follow us on Twitter. Yes, we're on Twitter, y'all. Oh, Instagram. I hope you can see it. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is @TrishSalesATL. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search up, as my daughter would say, just search it up. Search it up. Trish Sales Atlanta on YouTube. Our Facebook page, where we have gone live from, if you search Trish Sales Atlanta and even Trish Sales ATL, the page pops up. You can call or text 404-819-4495, 404-819-4495. I think we have hit all of our points today. Nigel, did you have anything else that you wanted to say to the people?
Nope, that's about it.
That's about it. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. For those who will be watching the replay, thank you so much for watching it. Please tag, please like, please share this video. It has a lot of information. I always kind of go back and look at it to see where we could have done better. You know, we were kind of tussling with the sound today, but it is our first day back. So forgive us in advance, but just be prepared that we will be coming on here weekly. Time frame is 11 to 12. We used to do 1 o'clock. So for those of you who are like, oh, you're coming on early, yes and yes, because we kind of transition into our showing periods in the afternoon. So if you have any questions, just hit us up at info@trishsalesatl.com. Other than that, have a beautiful day.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Whether you're thinking about buying a home or selling a home,
Trish Sales ATL can help.
with the current Atlanta real estate market, buyer and seller opportunities are better than ever.
Thank y'all so much, but I'll take it from here. Sellers, this is your market. It's time for you to get off of that fence and put your home on the market and get it sold to my buyers who are waiting for you to list your home. I'd love to earn your business, so please give Trish a call at Keller Williams Realty Buckhead, 404-604-3800, or text or call 404-819-4495. Please also visit my website at TrishSalesATL.com. Let's talk about how I can assist you with achieving your real estate goals and making your dreams a reality.
List your house with our mommy at TrishSalesATL.com.